In today's video, we are going checking on the seeds, going checking on the new cows and see how they're settling in, and looking at some new land. So we just come up to the fields, and we're just waiting now because Dad didn't get a chance to go to the market today. So we're waiting for the cows to come because Dad's friend got some for us. There we go. Right.
I'm about a year old and there were 12 of them, and I thought, I've got 6, I don't know how many once. Right. You know, but they were all right.
Yeah. Right.
They're good lads.
Right. These two, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he was definitely been out.
Yeah, there
Tell you what, there's a damn good bullock there.
It is a good bullet, right?
Yeah, and he's only 11, 8
Yeah, it's a good bullet.
So we're just going now to have a look at the seeds and also seeing how the new cows have got on on the first night. And then we've just got 20 acres of land, so we'll go and have a look around at that as well. But the reason why this is here is because we cleaned all the sheds out last week, and if you go around there you got to drive on the seed. So Dad started driving on here so he could go around and back down so that he can avoid going on the seeds. Look how much muck there is. It's a lot of muck. All the way down. So this is the field of seeds. No, I'm not taking them in. This is actually the field. But it's not grown in some areas, and there's a couple of weeds in the middle. Growing better in some areas than others.
I think what we'll have to do is use the little set of springtime harrows and a seeder. I've got a little electric seeder for back at quad bike, so if I fasten that on top of the springtime harrows,
Yeah.
and then go around with springtime harrows, we'll scratch the top, and then we'll put some like fast growing grass in, like some Westerwolds, some Italian ryegrass stuff, to get it'll grow really quick. When I've done so we've come up here with seed drill,
Yeah.
and then lifted out, didn't we? Turned round and came back, and then on this way, can you see I've been 1, 2, 3, like 4 runs. I've done that way, so the power arrows stirred the seed up again.
Look how big that pile of muck is. This field's definitely a lot drier since we did the draining.
It's not done well at all, this. Good old weeds.
It has.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to have to go over it again and put some more seed in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to need spraying.
That means that bit at the top's going to get redone.
It done.
You can see you can see the lines that, like, this has only just come through.
Yeah.
If you look, you can see the lines from seeds.
Yeah.
You know, from seed drills. It's growing, but definitely ain't good.
This field's quite good. Oh, it's going all seed heady.
Yeah, we only, when did we do first cut? It's only about, is it 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
4 weeks ago? So by end of June we should be doing second cut, because it'll have been 6 weeks. But it's grown quite well, that.
Yeah. It'll be up to it by end of June. Yeah. So this is all the muck from when we was cleaning the buildings out. But in a couple of weeks, well soon anyway, we're gonna stack it up over there, off the track, so that once we've done second cut, sorry, all of the the muck spreader has a nice smooth track, hard track to run on when it's getting loaded up and as it's coming up and down. We're at the field now. There's a good crop of grass on this. So the first thing we'll do is mow it, but at some point we're going to have to cut all the hedges back and trees back, because look how overgrown it is.
Yeah, we'll get through that.
This is next field.
That's what the second one.
That fence isn't too bad, is
Oh, that's a good fence. Yeah, A59's down there.
it? Stay to that line.
It was a Dugdale's wagon. Yeah, someone's tried to fix that. Well, I mean, if we're just going to mow it and get some hay out of it.
Yeah, for now, but we need to put animals on it. But look at where fence is, and look how far edges have grown out.
I know, look at that. Someone's tried to fix that.
But yeah, but they will.
Yeah, well, still get run.
So that needs cutting. Yeah,
Won't it?
It needs plenty of muck spreading on it, doesn't it?
Because this is just like stalky stuff.
This is, yeah.
It
it's
needs
not-
to be a lot thicker.
There's no thickness in it, is there?
No.
When you look at it down there, you think, yeah, there's a fair crop on, but
Yeah, there's not. It's
There's
just
not.
stalks.
not
Oh,
no more than about 10 or 15 bales or so. Now, see what water trough's perched on that.
yeah.
So, because animals have been drinking, look how it's worked. So, around every water trough, we'll put a little concrete pad around it to stop that thing happening.
Yep.
Yeah, there's water, that's alright. Like, same down there, look at that. Like, you know, look how much it field's wasted there, how far out do them tree branches go? Probably
Yeah. Very far out.
20 foot. And there's no way you get down there with tractors, so like all that needs cutting back. Oh my god, look at that.
Swimming.
Isaac can't even
That's
fit
not
on
the
that.
tractor through it for a year or two, was it?
A good year or two. Ain't so good, really.
Hasn't a tractor in for a year or two. You've got electric.
That big tree stump. Get one of those things that Jeremy Clarkson has.
Well, it's fairly rotten that, I reckon Digger might pull that out. 13 tonner.
Dad,
And there's all these rocks here. But there's a good crop on here. Well, not.
Yeah, well it looks like it, looking at it.
Yeah.
Even the jungle.
Yeah.
But having the gate at the bottom of the field,
Isn't really a good idea.
because if like, because all the fields slope down this way,
Yeah.
if you come in, say you're taking bales off or whatever, and it's wet, and it's the only way to get out at the bottom end, it's a long way back to the top, innit? Skidding.
Yeah.
The big one up there.
Yeah, there's a tree stump there. And there's another big tree.
Same one, isn't
Is it?
Is
yeah,
it?
Half of it's falling this way and half of it's falling that way.
Oh,
It is well.
that must have been a massive tree.
And then,
There's another tree stump. And then, no, this is my favourite bit of the whole bit of the land.
what's that?
This is the whole bit of
What,
that
railway
bit
bridge?
up there.
Yeah.
And doing this.
No, because it's quite cool. So you get to go over the railway. Look at
This
this.
one's number 5.
It's a small field.
This is well cool.
I know.
Railways though.
There's a railway.
I want to bring my quad bike
What?
here. Can you bring me up to look and see? Teeny.
So we have to do train spotting.
You're right when the steam train comes down, won't
Yeah. On.
it? So scrape it off a bit
Yeah.
and then stone it up.
Loading pen.
Huh?
Loading pen.
Not a loading pen, but it'd be alright for sorting sheep out, wouldn't it?
Loading pen, that means.
Well,
Loading pen.
okay then. You call it a loading pen, but it's not that good for loading because it's nowhere near the side of the road, is it?
Well,
It'd be quite good to get sheep in, wouldn't it?
It's quite.
because there's a big gap for him to go in, and there's a field there
Yeah.
for him to be in while we go through them, and then like have like a set up pens,
Yeah.
and then like there's like little so like there's a passageway through here,
This
right,
is the
and then at the side against that railway bit,
Yeah.
there's like the race and stuff. Then here, cut that off, and then when you're getting them ready to go to market, right, you just send them through, and the ones that you're happy with, you don't want to go to the market yet, so let them back into the field, and then the ones that you do want, you use that thing and shove them in here, and like pick out 20 or 30 to go to the market.
That is actually fit.
The funny thing is, this field is right next to the, well, close to the high school that I want to go to. So that'd be alright if I do get into that high school. Well, I mean, I've got another, I don't know how long to think about it. Because I'm only in year 5, so I got quite a bit to think about it. But that's the one that I really want to go to. So, if I do go, the field is like right next to it, so. So, what we need to do is we need to cut all of these branches back. The length of the gateway is probably fine. And you see where that tree's leaning over, all that needs cutting off. And all of them sharp stones could damage the wall of the tyres. If you look at this stone here, when we got the mowers on, this stone could actually pop or damage a tyre, so all of the stones need moving.
See what I mean?
Yep,
Other than that, it's not that bad, is it?
it's not that bad, no.
Like nice. These two fields here, like quite
Whose is that
Good for you.
Lamborghini up at top?
Lamborghini. Be alright if it were.
I really want a Lamborghini tractor.
Do you? I'll tell you what to do.
Phone up Jeremy Clarkson and say, can I have your Lamborghini?
Oh wait, Dad,
Um,
can you phone up Jeremy Clarkson and ask him if
I don't just have his number, to be honest.
if sell his green Lamborghini
He sold it.
again?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he has.
Oh
He
yeah.
has. We're in Sheffield's sale, I think.
Yeah, he sold his green one, he's kept his new one. Who's bought it? 85,000?
Huh?
85,000.
Who's bought it?
Can't.
That's what he bought it for, but I'm sure it would for.
8,500.
Who's
Yeah.
bought it? Who's bought
He
it?
sold it for. Well, he bought it for 85,000 and sold it for 70,500. So he's lost about 15 grand.
So he's
Oh, because there's some electric problems.
Well,
Yeah.
no, but that's what happens when you buy a tractor. It's never worth. The minute you buy it, it's always lost money.
I know, it's like.
Huh?
I know, but if they're really old and they're done
No.
up,
Yeah, no, old tractors don't really lose much money.
yeah.
New ones lose a lot of money.
I know, but one day when them are old, they'll make money.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
Why not?
Because they're like, there's too many of the same thing and they're all electric and the crap.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying the crap, but You know, like
New Orleans I'm sticking up for New
sticking
Orleans.
up for them, but what I'm saying is, you know, your really old tractors like David Brown's and your old Masseys
Yeah.
that have just got a clutch and brakes and a gear
Yeah.
stick and hydraulics,
Yeah.
and the most fancy electrics there are is being able to turn lights on and off and wipers. They're
Yeah.
really simple, and
Yeah.
you can just keep them tractors going forever. But new
Until
stuff,
Yeah, but new stuff.
yeah, but new stuff, it's all like wiring looms and ECUs and
You're
so
meant
it's got, you know, yeah, it's like complicated stuff that realistically
You don't
you
need.
don't particularly need. You don't particularly need it, but that is what will go wrong. All the electrics.
Yeah.
But you're complaining.
And then one day you won't be able to get them electrics. So,
You might not.
so they'll be worthless.
But they'll keep there'll be something new all the time.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. All you need really for what we do. The only thing that the fancy stuff's good for
Mowing.
is when you're spreading fertiliser and stuff like that, so you don't do too much overlap
Yeah.
and you don't waste spray and fertiliser and stuff like that. But if you're like mowing a field, do you need GPS? No,
No.
you really don't. You really don't.
But
What I'm telling you is, all that stuff is okay, but I wouldn't say that there's any real need for it when you're doing jobs like that. When you're making it, when you cut this field, and then you're shaking it out and rowing it up,
You don't need it.
you don't need 100 grams worth of electric.
I know, but in like
Just
big
don't.
fields, really big fields.
Really big fields it helps if you can't see the opposite end and you're trying to,
That'd be a big field.
you know what I mean? It does, saves a bit of fuel, maybe saves a bit of time, but is it worth 100 grand?
So we've come to our checks now. The cows seem to have settled in nicely. I really like that belted Galloway. It's called Toffee. And that one's called Ferdinand because it's a bit giddy. So we've got Toffee and Fudge. And yeah, they seem to have settled in really nicely. And I'm looking forward to see them grow. If you've liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. I'll see you next one. Bye.